This has been on the top of my bucket list since I started. Oh my goodness. Woo! Hey guys, so I am back home for Christmas and I just got home yesterday. I drove from Las Vegas, me and my wife. We left Friday morning and got to my parents Saturday afternoon, so we didn't really stop much. So it's a 26-hour drive. Anyways, right now I'm out detecting with my sister. My cousins own this property outside of a town in central Illinois where I grew up, and it's really nice here. I used to come here when I was younger. It's a cabin behind me. I don't know how old this cabin is, but they do still use it. I don't think it's terribly old. I think they built it, within the last probably 60 years maybe. It's behind these trees right over here. There was a house, and the guy that used to live in the house when he was a kid is 91 years old now, and I think somebody lived in that house before they did. So we're on the other side of the trees up here. I'll take you up there in a minute, but I just want to show you the area. So this cabin's, like I said, a little bit newer, but it's a really nice place. It's all farms and fields out here. So this house, my sister has been out here several times since she got permission from them to swing around out here, and there's been several times where I'll be out detecting in Las Vegas and she'll FaceTime me from here because she found something cool. And she found a heel plate from like Civil War era, had a little heart in it. It's like off a woman's shoe or a boot, a guy's boot, we don't really know, but and then she's also found Indian head penny, I think one, maybe multiple, and she found 3 barber dimes in the same hole. And then she's been finding some cool stuff, and I've been out here for probably maybe a couple hours and found a wheat penny. She found a wheat penny and just some other kind of little cool relics. This is where the house sat. It's right here in this open area. On the top of my bucket list for a long time. When I started detecting, I was watching guys out east dig up large cents and things like that, those old coins, and I'm like, man, I'm never gonna find anything like that. So I think I just found a bucket lister in this hole right here. It's pretty deep, about 6 to 8 inches. Thought it was a big button at first, and I started clearing it off. I believe it might be a barber quarter. Trying to find my brush. Woo, my heart's racing. Oh my goodness, I hit it with the shovel, unfortunately. It's gonna be hard to clean up, probably. Oh my goodness.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my goodness. It's a largie. Oh my goodness. It says
big.
1 cent on the back.
No way.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right here. I thought it was a barber at first, so I couldn't quite see the busts on the front, but then I started brushing the back and I saw the 1 cent. This is the top of my bucket list for a long time, since I started detecting 2 years ago. And I found it right here, thanks to my sister. Stole her coin. Hopefully we'll find some more though. I'm really excited about this one. Well, Kyra just found this sterling silver ring. It's missing the giant stone that was in it, but there's a couple little stones on the edge. So that's pretty cool. And then also found just a couple wheat pennies so far. So we did pretty much from the field there this way so far. And the well is right there. And then we still have all this yard to do. So we're not sure which way the house is at. But there is kind of a slope, so we're on top of the hill right now. So we're gonna keep working this way, hopefully find some more stuff. It's down deep here, I had a good signal. Just pulled out this giant spoon. Haven't even rubbed it off yet. Don't know if there's any kind of design or initials or anything on it, but it's a different kind of spoon. It's like, I don't know, I've never seen one quite like this. It's almost like a fine china, something you would put out with the Christmas desserts, you know, or something like that. Or maybe it's like a, I don't know. I'll look it up, but it's definitely got a nice patina to it. It's all good. So I just found my spoon, and then Cara said she found something pretty cool.
I just found this sweet little like Jeep car.
Oh, nice! It is a Jeep. That is cool. Sweet. It's an old one though. Hey guys, so my in-laws' house is down over this way. We got a Christmas to go to this afternoon. We were just out on a walk and her dad pointed out that there used to be a house right here in the field. And he farms this field and he finds pottery, relics and things. So I'm sitting around, I got about an hour and a half. I'm sitting around a bit, see if we can find any, hopefully old coins or something cool. So we'll see. Oh my gosh guys, I just found it. I think I find him a lifetime. So my car's right there. I've been literally zigzagging back and forth. I have my GPS and my watch going so I can track where I've been. I pretty much zigzagged all the way back and forth to the edge of this field right here. Came down here. I got a couple signals down here and I've seen more pottery and bricks down here, and I thought the house was farther up here, but I've been finding more stuff down here. Haven't really found anything good, and then I was coming down here and I figured I'd just cut straight over towards where I'm at now and then zigzag back and forth back to my car. Had a signal, almost didn't dig it. This hole, what I pulled out right there. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I thought it was a suspender buckle at first. But it's got a couple cannons crossed on the front of it. I think this is some sort of a military medal or something. There's no clip on the back for like a suspender buckle or anything like that. I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, and oh my goodness, what a find. What a find. Oh man, I'll let you know what it is. Sweet. I don't got much more time, but I'm excited. It's promising, so I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, and then I'll have to come back at some point. This excites me. Besides the large scent I found this weekend, this is definitely the second best find. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this one. Sweet. Alright, we are at the last stop of the trip. It is an old house from the early to mid 1800s. It's in the family, and we've been here before, found some stuff. So we got a few hours here. We're gonna swing around, see what else we can find. It's all like you can tell at the bottom of the house there, the brick. Still, if you go in the basement, it's all wood peg beams and everything like that. It's really cool. So we'll get started. This is my first target. The little front of a toy truck. It's pretty cool. I already went over this area, but I'm sure we missed some stuff. Obviously. Awesome. Let's keep going. Got a wheat penny, pretty deep, 1 by 8 inches here. It wasn't very clear signal. It was kind of jumpy. There was like a high tone in with all the jumpy signals. But it's a 1937 wheat. It's pretty crusty. I don't know if you can even see that or not. Signal here. This is crazy. I went over this a couple times already. Oh, right there. To another wheat penny. Looks like a 1944. Cool. I changed the settings on my detector so it's more sensitive, so it's getting deeper. I think that's why I'm finding these now. Cool. Check this out. Just flipped the plug over. There's a knife sticking out of it. How cool is that? Oh, that's cool. Big old knife. That's pretty cool. Sweet. Probably won't be able to get any detail off of this one. That's cool. It's a good find. Haven't had any really good signals for a while, but I just got this one. Little toy car. Kinda cool, not too old, doesn't look like. Cool, keep swinging. Car just found this. It's an old State Farm. It must be a tag off the car or something. It's pretty cool. It's awesome. Guys, my heart is racing right now. I think I may have just found something good. It was really deep. Oh my gosh. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know if you can see that. Right here. Oh my goodness. I hit it with the shovel pretty good. What the world is this? It's really light. I don't know. Could be something really good. Let me clean it up real quick. Alright, Not sure what it is. I thought it was a coin at first. I just saw the one hole, but it's pretty thin and lightweight. I don't think it's a coin, but it does have like a nice gold color on the end right there. I don't see any markings whatsoever on it. Not sure what it is. Whew, got my heart going now. We'll keep looking. I haven't had a good signal in a while, but went back around the house and in the front yard found this. It looks like maybe a butterfly hair clip or something. It's pretty cool. Well, y'all, I am finished here for the day. And this is probably gonna be the last hunt in Illinois. Well, I'm home for Christmas, so about to go have Christmas down at my in-laws right now, and I will do a wrap-up whenever I get around to it. But definitely had a good few days of hunting. The first day definitely the best with the largie. I still can't believe I found that. I always dreamt of finding one, and I never thought I would actually find one. So that was a huge surprise. It was a nice Christmas present to me. So I'll see you in the wrap-up. Hey guys, so I just got done doing multiple hunts with my sister here in Illinois for Christmas. We went to 3 or 4 or 5 different places, and it was probably one of the best weekends of metal detecting I've ever had. Got some bucket listers. I'll just show you what I got here. This is from all the places combined. So I got some a key there, a little toy gun, a tiny gun. This piece was some sort of a New York Academy medal. She found the top piece, I found this piece, so that was pretty cool. Let's see. This piece is a consolidated fruit can. I looked this one up, and I believe they only made this one in 1873. And I found this toy car. Have another toy car out in the car. And I found these 3 toy cars today. We were at a place that my aunt and uncle owned, and it was the first stagecoach stop in Livingston County, Illinois. We didn't find, I found those toy cars there, but I didn't find like any coins or anything like that. But I did find this cool piece. I think it's just the top of old compact, maybe like a makeup compact. And then at their house down the road, we were metal detecting. I found this silver bracelet. It says Sterling on the inside. It's on this side, I think. Yeah, right there. So that's pretty cool. And on their right next to their house was a used to be an old schoolhouse, and I believe it was in 1864 is what they said. It was in the 1860s. So we did around there a little bit. Didn't find anything for a while. Then I found a couple of wheat pennies, that bracelet, and then I was going around some big, I think they were sweet gum trees, and dug up an Indian head, and it was in perfect condition. I'll put a picture up, but my uncle kept that one, and it was in 1888, so that was pretty cool. This weekend was my first weekend I've ever found an 1800s coin, which was a large cent, and that was an 1851 large cent, which is right here. So that was my first large cent I've ever found, and first 1800s coin, so it was a pretty good one. And then so I found the 1888 Indian head, and then didn't really find anything for a while, and then I dug up another Indian head, and it was squashed. It was flattened and super thin, and it's super smooth, but I could make out the date on it, and it is a 1865. So this was also where the schoolhouse was at. Now down the road, he thinks there was he said there was a village at one time back in the 1860s, mid 1860s. So that could be a potential hunting spot when I come back next time. A couple other things he found. He thought this was a foot pedal, like off an old plow, like a brake almost. Some wheat pennies. I think this is a croto bell that I found in a field where a house used to be with this, which is maybe my best find or my favorite find. This is a artillery belt buckle, half of a belt buckle from the Civil War. Now these belt buckles, there would have been another piece that went around this piece to hold it in place, but this is the half of the belt buckle I found out in a field, and I wasn't there very long, probably less than an hour, and I found this, so I'm excited to go back next time I'm back in Illinois. So this one and the large cent were my favorite finds of the weekend, and I had 2 Indian heads, so it was a good weekend of hunting. So it was a good Christmas. But hope you guys enjoy the video. See you next time.